Big doggy dog, Ryan Kerrigan for a 4th, and Tre Flowers and a 5th next year from the Seahawks.
That's not even enough. That's not nearly enough, right?
No.
I mean, Kerrigan, you got to get at least a 3rd in there, I would think.
I mean, Kerrigan has been,
He's really
especially
good.
now with the injury to Chase Young. I mean, if I'm Washington, I can't believe I'm about to say this. If I'm Washington, I'm not going to trade away Ryan Kerrigan because I'm still going to look at my team and say, we're in a bad division. We have a chance to win it.
And look, Ryan Kerrigan has had, 7.5 sacks for like the last 7+ years?
I believe so.
One of the most consistent players in the NFL. I'm not shipping him for a day 3 pick.
Agreed. All right, only subscribe if you're cool. And then once you do that, type cool. I mean, it's pretty simple, I think. So if you guys type cool, I'll give you a shout out. Only the cool kids pee their pants. Only the cool kids subscribe to Chat Sports. If you're looking for the latest NFL news and rumors, then go ahead and type cool. New drip season. What do you think about Shaquem Griffin starting on the Seahawks? Well, I do know one thing. That you should check out our Seahawks channel. Go to youtube.com/SeahawksTV. It's the fastest growing Seahawks channel on YouTube. All right, Harrison. What do you think about Shaquem Griffin starting for the Seattle Seahawks?
We got Tom behind the scenes, too, if he wants to weigh in. They should try everything because that defense has problems. I would mix and match anybody you've got in your back 7 there. But starting,
Still a little bit of a stretch.
That might be a stretch. They got to figure something out, though, because especially while Jamal Adams is hurt, that defense just continues to struggle. They got lucky. They forced a bunch of field goals against Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Polo G, Clowney, and Thomas to the Seahawks. I mean, Jadeveon Clowney, Earl Thomas. I mean, maybe
Clowney's not going anywhere. Let's get that straight. He's hanging out in Tennessee. He's good to go. And I don't think Earl Thomas is going back to Seattle. I think that.
And if I was Seattle, would you even welcome him back?
I mean, yeah. Can you bring back a guy that flipped off your head coach during a game? I don't think so.
That's really tough sell. Something that's not a tough sell are these jerseys. Go to chatsports.com/jersey deal where you can get NFL jerseys under $80. Earl Thomas, Jadeveon Clowney, probably never going to be Seahawks again. But Russell Wilson, he's going to be there a long time, and he's deservingly so. Another great quarterback, Dak Prescott, chatsports.com/jersey deal. Under $80. Sorry, I was going to say something again, but then I saw you open up your mouth.
Well, what I was going to say, Mitch, is that we have a lot of jerseys, not just the ones we're showing you, and they're all $79.99, brand new, authentic Nike jerseys. These prices, Mitch, they don't last forever. Chatsports.com/jersey deal. Take advantage of the sale. That link is in the comments, and it is in the description.
Last question, unless we get a super chat. Any news on Ryan Kerrigan? So, defensive edge rusher for the Washington football team. He's been battling some injuries. Is there any latest on him?
I mean, he's been connected to trade rumors for months now, but, with Chase Young banged up, I don't really think anything's going to happen there. I think he'll be just fine. I don't think Washington's going to move him.
Name a player who could get traded. Coming up here right now on NFL Daily, we're going to break down and get into an NFL trade mailbag. So if you got a crazy trade idea in your head, go ahead, use #trade, or you can super chat to get your questions on the show. Power hitter 427. Who do you see Seattle going after? Any big names other than Ryan Kerrigan?
I think Carlos Dunlap's a player that could make some sense. If you consider this isn't a trade, but like a Clay Matthews still could make some sense. It'll be interesting to see over the next couple of weeks which, losing teams that have legitimate pass rushers could be available on the market, right? Like, could a guy, on, I'm trying to think of a team, like, who's a bad team that has good pass rushers? Dak McKinley, that's another good name. Thank you, Tom. Player like that.
What about this? This is going to be
Danielle
risky.
Hunter?
This is going to be risky. What about a player in like a Vic Beasley who showed up out of shape in camp? We know he's got some talent, not playing whatsoever for the Titans.
I'd rather go sign Clay Matthews.
Oh, I agree. But hey, just going to throw out an idea. Who's your favorite NFL daily host? If it's Mitchell Renz, type M. If it's Harrison Graham, type M. If it's Tom Downey, type M. Cameron Hunt, you're next up here. Pats for Hollister 6, though.
Jacob Hollister.
I would say. He's what, the 3rd tight end right now for the Seattle Seahawks?
Conditional 6th, maybe. I mean, he's fine. He's serviceable, but he's not a starter.
He might be a starter on that team.
I guess.
Name the tight ends on the Patriots.
Ask me a different question.
Exactly. I mean, there's nobody whatsoever. Next question coming in from Miri. Thoughts on Damon Harrison signing with the Seahawks? Miri, I know you're already subscribed to our Seahawks channel. Maybe some other people aren't. You can by going to youtube.com/SeahawksTV. Tom, you talked about this movie.
Yeah, we broke it down this morning for you, so make sure you didn't miss out on that video there, Miri. I think it's a great pickup. You got into the practice squad. Now, it's not quite formally official because NFL rules are weird right now, but I thought it was a great move. I give it an easy A.
Who are some of the top draft prospects in not just 2021? We're going 2022.
All right, 2022. Okay, we're skipping an entire year. Maybe he's a Houston fan.
Maybe.
Derek Stingley really jumps out to me, the cornerback out of LSU. I'm sure you guys know him. If you want to look at quarterbacks, if they choose to come out, Jaden Daniels out of Arizona State had a great last year. We'll see how he plays. Sam Howell has some upside as well. Technically, Spencer Rattler is eligible. I'm not convinced he's fully there yet.
Yep.
But they have some options there. So, look, it's 2022. It's going to be really weird. I don't think someone like a Cam McGrone comes out of Michigan. He could be a long-term option. And then my favorite guy, edge rusher out of Oregon, Kayvon Thibodeau. He and Stingley, if they were draft eligible, would be CB1 and edge 2 in this upcoming draft class. They are that good.
Who do you think's winning Sunday Night Football? Type MIN for the Minnesota Vikings, or I want you to type SEA for the Seattle Seahawks. Obviously, Seattle's not going to have Jamal Adams, which is a huge loss, but the Vikings have Kirk Cousins, so I'm going to take Seattle.
Yeah, I'm still going to take Seattle here. This would be the first time in franchise history they've begun the year 5-0.
Wow.
So, chance for some history for Seattle. They're at home. Minnesota, they look pretty bad on offense. They've been getting a little bit better. I'm going to type in my SEA.
John Doorman, can Kyle Trask be a good starting quarterback in the NFL?
Trask is a very polarizing prospect from everyone that I've talked to. The arm is not great. The decision-making can come and go at times. I think he's a solid football player. I think he might be more of a backup option in the NFL. But if you're looking for someone you can try and develop, there's not going to be a Joe Burrow. There's not. If there's going to be, it might be Kyle Trask, but again, there's not going to be. In terms of like the outside the big three guys that I'm watching for, keep your eye on Zach Wilson, the Mormon Manziel out at BYU. He's had an awesome year. He has looked so good.
Oh, my Lord. What a nickname that is. Next question's coming in from Coach Dreadhead. Tre Flowers, Rashaad Penny, and a 6th-round pick to Washington for Ryan Kerrigan,
Matt Kerrigan, Tyrann Matthews in Kansas City.
Coach Dreadhead, this is what you need to subscribe to the Seahawks channel. That way you know who plays on certain teams. If you need to know what's going on around the Seattle Seahawks, again, youtube.com/Seahawks.
I'm going to try that one again. Feel free to.